Just a short discussion about news from the Tommy Tank Simulator today. Before anyone asks, no, I am not going to make a video discussing the overwhelming torrent of TSW7 related announcements. All that lot is simply too much for me to fully wrap my head around at all, but I will say that I'm not at all surprised that DTG are doing TSW7, but I'm simultaneously looking forward to driving the Class 331 and Class 333 on the Airedale and Wharfdale lines, not to mention a few more of those newly announced UK routes, particularly Cumbrian Coast and wait, that's not recently announced. Still looking forward to it nonetheless, and the same goes for the Sheerness branch. Right, now for the tanky stuff. In the latest Dovetail Direct, they finally gave us some form of an update regarding just what the heck is going on with Sodor of Sodor. They also revealed silhouettes of two long-awaited additional characters for the game, but I don't get why they put them in silhouette, since it's almost too easy to work out who those locomotives are. It's Henry and Toby. As much as I am looking forward to finally seeing the NWR's numbers 3 and 7, Lucky 7, in the game, I agree with those who think it's disappointing that Edward is still getting the short end of the stick, in a manner of speaking. Why DTG didn't come out swinging with the whole Steam team, hit-era Steam team mind, at initial launch is beyond me. As much as I like Sodor of Sodor and want it to reach its full potential, the current content drought, if you will, is putting me off from playing the game more often, and using it for more of my own original stories as a replacement for Trains 2019. WAS can feel pretty boring once you've completed most, if not all, of the story scenarios, given just how barren the environment is in timetable mode, especially where the main line from Knapford to Vickerstown is concerned. It appears that Henry is not coming until winter 2026, which will be summer for us lot in the southern hemisphere, while Toby is not due out until early 2027. Why? So just to recap, DTG essentially kept us in the dark for at least 4 months regarding any updates for WAS, hyped the presence of this game in the Direct weeks ahead of time, only to just announce 2 new characters for the game and say that they're still not being released for a fair while. What's going on here? Come to think of it, I doubt we'll see an adaptation of the Flying Kipper in WAS, given the game's bonkers crash physics, but I hope to be proven wrong somehow. Meanwhile, Clarabelle still has the inaccurate interior with no guards compartment. Looking outside, we can see that she's not happy about this situation, and I don't blame her. She's probably thinking, "I've lost my nice guard," or something along those lines. There was a small update for Wonders of Sodor put out just after the Direct, and it included this London, Brighton and South Coast Railway green livery for Thomas, thus making the 80th anniversary add-on in TSW proper even more pointless than it already was. For context, and in case you've never seen this livery before, this is the livery that Thomas initially wore in the 2015 film The Adventure Begins. I won't spoil anything else about the film, but I will say that, although this is touted as being Thomas's original livery, it wasn't actually worn by any of the E2 tank engines in real life. They would have worn marsh umber or lined black in LBSCR days. At present, in late August 2026, we still only have a basic/early version of the face-changing menu, but apparently, the full version of this menu is coming in another update before too long. I'm quite curious to see how well the new face changer menu works. Another thing this game really needs is a track monitor similar to what you'll find in TSW proper, as the existing signal and speed limit markers in WAS are an annoying visual distraction as you're driving along the main line, or in this case, Thomas's branch line. Come to think of it, I'm still holding out hope for much needed route extensions to come to the game at some point, preferably in the form of the Skarloey Railway or the Brendan branch to start off with. And on the topic of the Skarloey Railway, I also reckon the current track layout at Croven's Gate could really do with an overhaul. After all, Croven's Gate is meant to be the location of Sodor's main workshops, and at present, there's no sense in game of a massive workshop complex on par with KiwiRail's Hut workshops near the city of Wellington. Now here's something odd. Passengers were just dithering on the platform at Maithwaite instead of actually boarding my train. Maybe they were put off by this rather high step up from the platform, who knows. Curiously, the passengers were boarding at Hackenbeck, so why they didn't board back at Maithwaite is anyone's guess. One last thing before the conclusion. It's disappointing to see that we're still getting smoke clipping through the cab roof and tunnels. I hope to see this sorted out at some point. And I think that's all I've got to say in relation to the recent news regarding Wonders of Sodor. Here's hoping that it won't be too long into 2027 before Toby is released. If you've got your own thoughts on the game in question, and the recently revealed news, feel free to have a discussion in the comments section, but I ask that you be civil and respect each other's opinions. This channel is no place for snarky or abusive comments.